Hi, I'm Gina, and today I'm going to make a gluten-free pizza in the skillet, which is so easy. Anybody can do it. I'm going to actually go get my apron and start this great project. Okay, so with this pizza, I did mention it's gluten-free. I use a tapioca flour. So we use 1.5 cups of tapioca flour, some Parmesan cheese, oregano, garlic, parsley, a little bit of white pepper, an egg, butter, and some milk. So I'm going to go ahead and start it right now. The first thing you do is you bring the milk and the butter, and it's only 2 teaspoons of butter. So you bring that to a very slow boil. You don't want to get it to a real boil, just very, like when it's almost boiling. So in the meantime, while that is preparing, I'm going to add the dry ingredients together for the flour. Go ahead, add the Parmesan cheese, 1/4 teaspoon of oregano, unless you like a lot. I like a lot of oregano, so I just go for it. Okay, a little bit of white pepper. It's really a pinch of white pepper. Again, I like things a little spicy, so I like a lot of white pepper. And I'm going to stir this all up while the mixture of the milk and the egg is going to start cooking. So mix that all up nice, like this. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is the milk, the 1.5 cups of milk, and the 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm just cooking it to barely when it gets to a boil, because you don't want it to get to a boil. So when it's barely to a boil, I'm going to mix it with the tapioca flour and the Parmesan cheese and the dry ingredients, which is the oregano and the white pepper and the Parmesan cheese. And I'm going to mix that all together. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just taking that mixture of milk and butter, and if you could see, it kind of is like really crumbly, but that's okay, and I'm just mixing it all together. Okay, so now I'm going to whip up this egg and then add it to the mixture, and then we're going to knead the dough and get everything all mixed together and then make our pizza. So I'm going to just add this in here like this and mix it together with this, and then with your hands then you have to actually knead it. So I just want to get it mixed in here a little bit before I do that, and that's the fun part actually. Okay, so the dough that I just made is enough for 2 pizzas. So what I'm going to do is just divide it in half and place it in the skillet. That's why it's called skillet pizza. And make it as thin as possible. So what I'm doing is bringing this pizza crust all the way to the edge. And I'm just going to fill this skillet with the dough. Okay, so now I have the pizza all ready in here. And what I'm going to do is poke holes in it with the fork so it can breathe. And then I'm going to put it in the oven, 500 degrees. I already set the oven for 500 degrees. I preheated it, and now I'm going to put it in there for 8 minutes. So now I'm going to put the skillet in the oven, 500 degrees, and I timed it for 8 minutes. While that is cooking, what I'm going to do is, I cheated, and I bought a jar of pizza sauce, which I wasn't thrilled about. So I'm going to spruce it up a little bit. I'm just going to add like garlic, oregano, parsley, and that's about it. So I'm just going to add a little bit here, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of garlic, and I'm just going to cook this up a little bit while that's cooking. I'm just going to stir this up a little bit, Sprucing up the pizza sauce. Next time I'll make my own, because I do make the bomb sauce. Like, people tell me I should draw it up. That's the next goal. So it has cooked for 8 minutes. I'm going to take it out. And it's starting to look like a pizza. It's so cool. I'm going to put it back on the stove. And as it's cooking from underneath, I'm going to add the sauce to it now. And I'm just going to place the sauce on it like this. And you spread the sauce all over so it's nice and even on the pizza. You can also put this on a pizza stone too. I haven't tried it on a pizza stone, but I'm sure it's going to work on a pizza stone since it works on a skillet. I might try that next time. And then you're going to add your toppings. I'm going to throw some pepperoni on here and some cheese. And then we're going to put it back in the oven for another 8 minutes. And then we're going to have pizza. Alright, so I added the toppings, the pepperoni and the cheese, and now I'm going to put it back in here. And we're going to cook it for another 8 minutes or till the cheese is melted. And that's that. Okay, pizza is now done and I am ready to eat it. And here it is. The gluten-free skillet pizza. Alrighty, thank you. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time.